Graeme, it's been an amazing series, and if you look at it in its whole context, Brisbane, strange game. In Adelaide, fought back very well, and here you've been on top. I don't suppose you can consciously start a slow-burning effort to win a series, but how do you put it in context?
I don't know. I think it's been a tremendous effort, to be honest with you. I think Brisbane was even Stevens. Adelaide, we were under a massive amount of pressure throughout that game. When Australia got, scored the way they did on day one, for us to be able to scrap and get out of there with a draw showed a tremendous amount of character and determination. I think a lot has been said and written about that effort. I don't think it's appreciated when you come to days like today and you see us taking 10 wickets in a day. I think days like Adelaide certainly mean a lot more. I think coming here, we knew we had a great chance to win the series. I said that before the press conference, if we could get it together. And, we did. Day two, for me, got to go down as one of the highlights of South African cricket. With the way we bowled and the way we batted in that evening session to take the game sort of away from Australia and then to follow that up with day three. And then today, I think, I saw a headline this morning that Australia were a chance to chase 630. So to take 10 wickets today and to put our mark firmly down in Australia was special.
The batting on the second day, obviously it started with the ball, but both of you sort of implied that it almost happened by accident. Hash said a couple of days ago that you got a couple yesterday, you got a couple of loose balls and it just sort of happened. But Ricky mentioned courage, teams in the past, not just South African teams, not having the courage to move the game on. Was it a conscious decision? You can say that.
Well, I think it probably was a conscious decision because we never told each other to stop. Once it started flowing, I remember hitting Hastings for 2 fours, and then Hash had Johnson for 2 fours the next over, and it kind of just the momentum grew from there. And I don't think once we said to each other, just be careful or don't stop what you're doing. We just sort of went with it. I think recognizing that opportunity and being skillful enough to take it, I think was probably a key factor in that. I know certainly batting with Hash that he has that ability, and you could see that glint in his eye, and it was great to be a part of.
Hash, do you ever get sort of worried about going in that kind of speed? Do you ever sort of worry about developing wheel wobble?
I think there's always a fear that you could go too hard and then get out, and suddenly the team's in trouble. But I think at that stage, as Graeme said, we were just going to go. I guess it did take a bit of courage from both of us to say, this is the moment. We're just going to go hard for as long as we can, and things worked out. Yeah.
Graeme, do you want to say something about the bowlers? This test obviously was the main occasion in the series where the bowlers really came to light.
Yeah, I think it's. Look, it hasn't been the perfect series. We've had injuries. Not everything's worked out like England. Everything went according to plan. And you can walk. Yeah, we had to scrap and adapt. And our depth was tested, which was a great sign to still come through. And at times we haven't bowled well, but we certainly hit our straps in this test match. I thought we were superb. We got everything together. Our patterns of play in this test match were really good. Everyone performed their role really well. So it was great, and this is the performance that I've got used to from our guys over the years, and it's important not to take it for granted because it was outstanding.
And what does it mean to you to win 2 series now in Australia?
Well, what was it, 2005, 2006? It seemed a very long shot to be able to achieve that, And right now, I'm extremely humbled. I hope that the people in Australia can respect what we've done and the way we've done it. For us, it certainly means the world. There's still people involved in our setup that have taken many beatings on tours of Australia. So, we know what is required to come here and be victorious. To have done it twice, always difficult to put into words, but when we get on that plane tomorrow night, certainly we'll have a really warm feeling that I've been a part of something really incredible and special, that I've been able to share with guys that have put in an immense amount of hard work behind the scenes to celebrate these moments.
So 6-point lead. There's a 6-point lead at the top, which I understand is the biggest one. There's 14 number one in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I said, this series was going to be the challenge for us to give ourselves the opportunity to maybe lengthen that gap or create that legacy, hopefully that we're all looking to be a part of. It's nice to go home with a 6-point gap and to go and play in front of our own fans and our home grounds. It's been a long haul away from home, some tough challenges over the last period, and to come through them victorious has been really special. So come January 2nd, we're going to be really motivated to hopefully take that next step forward against New Zealand.
Graeme, Robin Peterson is almost sort of an embodiment or a testament, to how cricketers can develop, through just patience, and getting a fair amount of first-class experience under the belt. And he took crucial wickets today.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy to see, Stark slogging a few out the ground at the end and forget about what an important role Robbie played today. He picked up some key wickets, and it's, I knew that he was motivated to do well. He's been around the squad for a period of time now, and sort of come on a long way as a cricketer. I thought the 2020 World Cup, he must have been one of our best performers. And now to see him do well today, I'm sure for him is really special. But for us to see someone like him develop and play a key role in a victory, hopefully will give him a lot more confidence going forward also.
Graham, can you just talk to us a bit about the development and character of the side? You mentioned in England, the best group of players you've worked with. I'm sure you feel the same way now. Have you seen things develop and progress?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been there and thereabouts for a period of time. We've just needed a little bit of a step up here and there, and we've managed to get that. I think it's very difficult to put into words, actually. But if you can see how much it takes to win away from home, if you've travelled to these countries and performed well, it takes a team effort. It takes not just one or two people to be able to win series. And I think that's the outstanding thing about our team at the moment, is that everyone's contributing, everyone's pulling their weight. The way we're training, the things we're talking about, the level on which guys are living their lives is really good. So, hopefully that long may continue.
Graeme, can you talk a bit about Ricky and your decision to get the team to do the Guard of Honour?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it was just run of the mill. Really, it was something that was needed to be done. For me, having played against Ricky so much and over the years, is certainly the player that I think that I respect most that I've played against as an opponent. Just for the intensity and the way he's played the game, the runs he's scored against us. He's always been so competitive. And I think it was just a sign of respect from us to someone that's given the game of cricket so much. I think all of us will miss Ricky as an opponent. And hopefully now him and I can catch up on a beer. I'm sure a few of us would love to do that. Him and I have got to know each other fairly well over the last few years, whether it's sitting on planes or catching up after series. But it'd be nice just to have that relaxed nature now and just enjoy some time together.
The two of you look like you came together at the end and you said something to him. Can you share with us what you said?
No, I mean, I think it's just it's nothing really fancy. I think it's just told him that he deserved everything that comes his way, and he can be proud of what he's achieved.
Graeme, having played against both England and Australia in the last few months, how do you see the next series in England going next year, the Ashes series?
It's obviously a very careful line to tread here in Australia. I've been asked this question a few times lately, actually. I think the challenge for Australia is going to be winning in England. I think they do play well in their own conditions. They know how to win there. And I think being able to adapt and play well in England is going to be Australia's challenge. They certainly have the players. So from a mindset point of view, I think that's going to be the challenge. Being a home series for England, I'd probably have to say that they'll be favourites because it's in England.
Ash, sorry to go back to your batting. Is it just is it just a question of hitting the ball into the gaps, or when you sort of jump to cover and hit a good length delivery through mid-wicket, is that deliberately calculated to rattle the bowlers and get them thinking what's going on?
You know, I do it once in a while, but Graeme does it nearly every ball from out there. And it's a tournament wicket, so he should actually taking a leaf out of his book, you know. Yeah, you know, we were just in a good position. And as I said yesterday, you know, one day cricket, you kind of do these things, and I just tried to improvise. But you know, it does put the bowler off. I mean, sometimes you're going into his channel and he might wonder where to bowl the next ball, and if you stand still, he might give you some width to carve through to backward point or something. So yeah, we're just kind of keeping the intensity, and I think that's just kind of happened.
It's been an incredible year for you in terms of runs and hundreds. Can you maybe just talk us through some of your best moments, be it your own or even with the team, and how you've enjoyed the team's success?
Well, certainly the England tour and this tour are the highlights. You know, getting the 300 was a highlight, and winning that test match, and just now contributing in this game is also a highlight. But I think from a team perspective, just the 2 series wins have been fantastic. And the way we've played our cricket, you know, it's been inspiring to me. The bowlers have put their work in and have pulled out of games that we possibly were, you know, on a knife's edge. So it's just been a fantastic setup. You know, everything's gone very smoothly, but not without the hard work that has gone behind the scenes. So these 2 away tours have certainly been the highlights for me.
Hashim, a lot of batsmen will create little goals in their heads as they're batting and you know, like artificial barriers. Do you put limits? Do you make limits? Because it doesn't look like you do.
No, I think you've asked me this before, and I don't keep any goals. I don't set any goals for any tours, or I like to try and keep my options open. You never know what the situation may need. So fortunately, you know, I suppose maybe in a way it helps me a bit in just trying to find new things to do. Yeah, so I don't set any goals, and for now it's working.
Graeme, you said your respect for Ricky is so great. Is there an innings or a moment that you sort of think back on that is that there's going to be a standout sort of memory from your dealings with him?
I think there's a few innings probably in the early days. You know, I think probably, you know, we ended up winning the test match, but the 100 and the 99 at Melbourne on Boxing Day. And for me, I think there was a time at the Wanderers where you got runs and the wicket went around all over the shop. So there were moments where, you know, where you thought it was really tough to bat, and he just sort of took the game to you and played in a way that you haven't really seen other people play. And I think, you know, the tempo with which he played the game, and as a batter, I think as a captain was, you know, really interesting to try and manage, you know. Yeah, no, so I mean, I wasn't a part of it, but I think that World Cup final knock at the Wanderers got a rank as one of the top ones that I've certainly watched.
Graeme, South Africa had a run of 9 tests without defeat. All the matches played away. Does this rate as one of the, in terms of sequences of play, is this one of the finest periods of time that you've been associated with the teams?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's been outstanding. You know, I think what we've been able to achieve as a team is, you know, I'm sure it'll take a long time for people back home to actually understand in years to come. But you know, as I say, hopefully it'll continue for a few more years. But you know, as you sit here, you're extremely proud to be a part of this. Certainly, the last 9 Test matches. I think for us to win back-to-back series in England and Australia is an immense effort. You just have to look back how long it took us to do those before that, and to come here and have done it twice in a row. I think for me, is the proudest achievement of my career.
Last time, Graeme, Ricky spoke about Jacques Callis when he was discussing Riyadh and a couple of other players. Can you maybe just tell us what Jacques is, if he said anything or what he's thinking in terms of, he's obviously still very driven and motivated, but this, I'm sure for him, is also the best part of his career.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he carries on performing. I mean, it's quite incredible actually to have him a part of our side. I mean, you know, I think he doesn't really get the respect that he's due. You know, his performances, everyone else that's up at 13, 14,000 runs doesn't have 280 wickets to their name, you know. So for us, he's like a silent assassin, you know. He goes under the radar, but within the side, his respect and you know, the way the players feel for him and the performances he puts in is, you know, right up there. So I think that means the most to him. Obviously, all of us would love to see him get his due, but hopefully he'll perform at this level for a few more years for us if we can keep him on the park.